In this video, let's talk about strings. As we have already learned that strings are text which are under single, double, backtick quotes. To declare a string, we need a variable name, an assignment operator, a value under a single quote, a double quote or a backtick quote. Let's see some examples of strings now. For example, if I declare a string, that should be let's declare a empty string now. I will name it as, I will give the variable name as space, and I will store a empty space inside of that string now. Now let's declare another variable here. Let first name is my name here. I'll store my name as a string. Let's also declare last name. That's how we can declare strings, as we have already learned that. Let's see some more examples in this video. Let's also declare let country is India. You can also declare strings using double quotes, not only single quotes. You can also use backtick quotes. Let's use over here that double quotes now. Let language is equals to, let's use double quotes, JavaScript, and I can also use a backticks. Let's demonstrate that. Let job is equals to, backticks are here. Okay, let's say teacher. That's how you can declare strings here. Now let's learn about how we can concatenate two strings. We can concatenate strings in different ways. For example, we can concatenate using addition operator, and we can also use ES6 template strings, which we will discuss in this video. Let's discuss about concatenating using addition operator. This is an old way. This way of concatenating is tedious and error prone. It is good to know about concatenating this way, but I strongly suggest you to use the ES6 template strings, which we are gonna discuss in this video only. So, how are we gonna concatenate two strings using the addition operator? Let's just say, let's declare a full name. Let's declare a full name, that is a variable full name. Now I want to say so my full name here, that is combination of both first name and last name. I can directly say here Somnath Gowder, but that's not the way, right? We don't want to hard code anything, right? So instead we will use the addition operator to concatenate those two strings. I can say here first name followed by a plus or an addition operator. I can say here last name. Now if I console log this now, let's console log full name. As you can see, there we have our full name. We can also add a space between these two. Remember, we stored a variable with an empty space here. I can include that over here. Let's just say space. Now if I save this, as you can see, there we have our full name. I can also concatenate like this. Let's just say let person info is equals to I am, and let's concatenate my first name here, first name followed by, let's add few more variables here, few more strings. I am, let's just say I am, this is going to say I am my first name. My last name is, let's concatenate my last name also here. Let's add some spaces over here inside of the strings. Here also, let's head over there again. Okay, I can say here last name. Okay, now I can also declare as and my job is, let's add spaces here. Let's concatenate that job variable here. That should say job. Now let's end the string here. Let's just end the string. Now if I console log this now, let's cut this console log over here. Let's console log the person info. Now if I save this, as you can see, that's how we can also concatenate. It says I am, that is I am. It is concatenating my first name here. Sorry for that. Okay, it is concatenating my first name, that is Somnath, and also as you can see here, my last name is, that is this last name, that is Gowder, and here my job is, it is concatenating my job, that is stored in here. Now let's discuss how we can use template literals to concatenate strings. To create a template string, we use backticks. We can inject data as expression inside a template string. To inject data, we enclose the expression with a curly bracket preceded by a dollar symbol. Let's see an example now. Let's just remove this. I'm going to declare a variable let full name is equals to, let's add some template literals. Inside of that, I'm gonna say a dollar symbol followed by curly brackets. Inside of here, I can directly specify my variable name which I want to concatenate, that is first name. I can directly say leave some space, let's add some curly brackets, and last name. That's how we can concatenate using template literals. If I console log this now, full name, as you can see, it just concatenated first name and last name. Now let's see one more example now, like the previous. Let's just say let person info. We are going to do the same thing but with template literals. I'm going to define some backticks. Inside of here, I can say I am first. Sorry for that. We should find some curly brackets. Inside of that, I can say first name. I can say, let's leave some space, last name, and here let's add some full point. Here I can say my job is, let's open another curly brackets here followed by the dollar symbol, and here I will say job, and I teach. Let's do this one more time, language. Now if I console log this, let's console log person info. That should say I am Somnath Gowder, my job is teacher, and I teach JavaScript. As you can see, that's how easy it is to concatenate using template literals. All you have to specify is these backticks. Instead of that, you can directly specify the variable name inside of the curly brackets and a dollar symbol. That's how template literals actually work. In addition to this, we can add expressions which could be a value or some operations, for example comparison, arithmetic operations, ternary operations in a template string. For example, let's just remove this. Here I will say let a is equals to 2, let b is equals to 3. Now if I console log, I'm gonna use template strings. Here I'm gonna say $a is greater than b, and I can add a comparison check here. For example, I can say if a is greater than b. So according to that, it's gonna return true or false value. It is gonna compare and it's gonna return true or false dynamically. For example, if I save this and see 2 is greater than 3, that should be false, right? That's why it is returning false. For example, if I change 5 here and save, as you can see it returns true. That's because 5 is greater than 3. That's one more example how we can use these template strings to perform or compare values inside of the template strings over here. That's it for this video. In the next video we are gonna discuss string methods. So I will see you in the next one.